Hello there, guys, and welcome to the Football Insiders Premier League score predictions. Seeing as the West Ham against Everton game hasn't happened yet, what we're going to do when that game's done, we're going to tally up the points from last week's video, and we're going to put those points into the description of this video. So, the first game that we're going to do is Man City against Wolves. And would you like to start off, Matty?
Yes, for Man City Wolves, I have got Man City to win this game 2-0. Feel like we always say this with City. It won't be that much of an entertaining game. Just City keep possession all game, find 2 goals. 2-0 City, and I've also gone for 2-0 in the Leicester Burnley game. I think to Leicester, obviously. Burnley in the last game, one of the worst, especially for Bale's first goal, one of the worst defensive performances I've seen in the Premier League for a while. I mean, to let Tottenham Hotspur win 4-0, it's just...
Hey, come on, give my team some sort of credit. Come on.
Yeah.
I personally think it's worse than losing 9-0.
It really is. Right,
Oh
let's get
my
into it. Villa Sheffield. Villa to win this game 3-0. Sheffield don't normally lose by a lot of goals. I think it's going to be an exception this game. I don't think it'll be a 3-0 game, but Villa will just find the goals and Sheffield can't really score. And for Man United Crystal Palace, I have got Man United to win this 4-0. Defensively they're alright against Chelsea, obviously one of the big six. They just 0-0, so you can't really base off the last game. I think they'll want to come back, score, and they'll beat Palace 4-0, who are really, really struggling at the minute. Palace will 100% not score a goal. Brian?
You're going to have to give me 2 seconds because I cannot find the games. Alright, for Manchester City versus Wolves, I'm going to go with 3-0 Man City. I don't know. They're not going to stop. They're not going to lose at this point in time. I said it a couple of videos ago. They're going to win every single game until the end of the season. So, yeah, they're just going to continue winning. For Burnley versus Leicester, Leicester did lose to Arsenal, and my shock paid off. Predicting the upset, it paid off. No risk, no reward. But yeah, I just expect Leicester to win 2-1 or something. They do have a lot of injuries, but they don't sit there and cry like other teams do. So I think they'll still get the job done against Burnley. Sheffield United versus Aston Villa. 3-0 Aston Villa. Sheffield United are dead. They're buried. They're in the grave already. So, Aston Villa are just going to win this one easily. And Crystal Palace Man United. I want to predict an upset like I did last week, but, actually I will predict an upset. Man United to win 3-0. Rashford to get a brace. You heard it here first.
How is that an upset?
And over to Ramel. Hey, it's an upset. Yeah, it's an upset. It's an upset. Head over to Ray for your prediction.
Alright, so Man City Wolves. You see, Wolves always give Man City a struggle every time they seem to play. Man City edged it earlier this season. I think they won a game, but I don't think it'll be an easy game for them, like it wasn't against West Ham. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 Man City win, similar to their game at the weekend. And now Burnley Leicester. Yeah, as Matty said, Burnley probably put in their worst defensive display of the season against Leicester. Maybe the one against Man City was worse, but anyway. I think, obviously, Leicester lost against Arsenal. I think they'll look to bounce back against Burnley, who aren't in the best of form. So I'm going to go 2-0 Leicester. And now Sheffield, Aston Villa. I think it's gotten to the point where Sheffield players look like they've given up and they're just kind of cruising by, losing most of their games. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 Villa win. I don't see Sheffield causing any problems for Villa. Finally, Palace Man United. See Man United put out a very crude display against Chelsea. Don't really create much. Obviously, there was that massive penalty shout, but apart from that, they didn't have the best attacking performance. So for that reason, I think they'll try and bounce back with a 3-0 win, similar to what Brian put. And now, Ramel, what's yours?
Okay, so for the Man City Wolves game, I'm going to go for 3-1 to Man City because they've been in really good form and they're at home, and I don't see Wolves being threatening as such to them. They might nick a goal. So yeah, 3-1 Man City. For Burnley against Leicester, I think Leicester have got a lot of injury problems right now, and I think Burnley, they're very resilient, kind of defensive team, and I think they'll nick a goal. I think Leicester will have enough quality to get a draw. I think it'll be 1-1. For Villa against Sheffield, I think, as Rafe was saying, Sheffield, they're not looking the best. They're really just sitting back and they let it happen. Like, I think they almost know that they're going to be relegated now. And I don't think that they're going to score against Villa. I think Villa are going to win the game 2-0. And for Man United against Palace, simple, really. It's going to be 1-1. In the last 10 minutes, United are going to need another goal. And they're going to get a penalty. And Bruno Fernandes is going to score. And Man United are going to win 2-1. That's what's going to happen. And for the last 3 games, we're going to move on to Matty.
Yep. So for Fulham Spurs, I have got. Right, sorry about that. So for Fulham Spurs, this is unbelievable. I've predicted Spurs to win for 3 games in a row. I've got Spurs 3, Fulham 1. I still think Fulham will score this game. I think they'll put up a good fight, but I mean, Gareth Bale's going to score again, isn't he? It's what we all want to see. Spurs, not Spurs winning, but Bale doing well. Spurs to win 3-1 I've got for that one. But as I say, I think Fulham will play well. For Everton West Brom, I have Everton to win this game 4-0. West Brom they have been very solid recently, to be fair. Obviously, since Sam Allardyce has come in, they're hard to break down. I think Everton's just going to come and destroy West Brom. I've got no reasoning behind it, really. I just think Everton will win this game 4-0. And for the last game of the week, the big one, I have got Liverpool-Chelsea. I have predicted 1-1. I think it'll be very similar to the United game, to be fair. A lot of chances, only 2 of them all game go in. It'll be quite stale. A 1-1, probably just to be honest, a decent goal from Liverpool and some stupid mistake from Liverpool's defenders to give us our goal, because we're not really great going forward at the minute. So yeah, that's something for that game. Brian, what are you saying for these 3 games?
Alright, for Fulham versus Tottenham, I'm going to go with 3-0 Tottenham. I know, predicting Tottenham to keep a clean sheet. I mean, to be fair, I'm surprised I'm predicting a clean sheet, but I do think, actually, no, I'll go 2-0 instead. I'm happy with the form of Bale recently. It's really, it makes me so happy. You don't understand. You know, all the criticism, yeah, but he has to keep it up, though, because you can't just have one good game and then, go back to Real Madrid sleeping on the bench. But yeah, 2-0 to Tottenham. I think Fulham will put up a good fight, as they always do. I like Scott Parker. So yeah, I think Fulham will give a good fight, but they won't be able to do enough. West Brom, Everton. I'm gonna go 2-0 again. I'm gonna go 2-1. I think West Brom might actually. I don't know how they do it, but they somehow score 1 or 2 sometimes. So I think they're not gonna actually do anything. They're probably gonna get a consolation goal towards the end of the game, but it won't be enough. And for Chelsea Liverpool, I'm actually going to go with Liverpool to win. I want to go with a draw so much. Like, I want to put 0-0. It has 0-0 written all over it. But I'm going to go with a Liverpool win. 2-0, maybe. I think the front 3 are going to step up. Maybe not Firmino, but Salah and Mane, I think they might actually step up this weekend. And Chelsea aren't great going forward either. So this leads me to believe, despite Liverpool's defensive troubles, I think they actually might, keep a clean sheet. Actually, depends if Alisson is going to play. If Adrian plays, then it's not gonna end 2-0. But yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'll just stay with 2-0. Yeah, over to Ray for your prediction.
All right, so starting off with Fulham Tottenham. Tottenham are finally looking like they're picking up some form. Demolished Burnley. Obviously, coming off that poor result against West Ham the following weekend, but West Ham were in great form, so there's nothing to be too disappointed about. So I think, as Matty said, even if you hate Spurs, we all want to see Bale do decent. Still think he should come back to his true home at Southampton, but there we go. So anyway, I'm going to predict 2-0. I think Bale will pop up with another goal, maybe assist in the second, but we'll see. I'm hoping to see that anyway. And now Everton v West Brom. I think this will be quite. I don't know. I have a feeling West Brom might scum it here, so I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw. I think West Brom might. Obviously, they're fighting for their life down at the bottom and they need to pick up points wherever possible. And I think, I don't know, maybe similar to what we saw against Brighton at the weekend, where they just got a goal and held out. But I think Everton will get a goal, so I'm going to go 1-1. And finally, the big game of the week: Liverpool v Chelsea. Both teams coming off decent results, I guess. 0-0 against Man United is okay for Chelsea. See Liverpool beating Sheffield. But I think Chelsea are still in the better form of the two. I think if Adrian starts, as Brian said, I think Liverpool will be in a bit of trouble because they're a lot worse without Alisson, despite him making some blunders recently in goal. But I am going to go with a 2-1 Chelsea win. I think Chelsea might come out on top in this one, which would be crucial for their top 4 push. So yeah, on to you, Ramel, to finish off.
Well, so for me, I think for the Fulham Spurs game, I think unlike the reverse fixture earlier in the season, I think Spurs are going to go there and win 3-0 because I think now that they've got Kane and Son, well, now they've got Kane back, and they've just started to play a lot better because they did go through a bit of a rough patch. They've started to play a bit better now. So I think they're going to go there, win the game 3-0. Don't see them scoring in that game. For West Brom against Everton, I've gone for 2-0 Everton because even Everton, they've been in good form. They went to Liverpool and beat them 2-0. I think West Brom will be a different kettle of fish to Liverpool, but I don't think West Brom are going to threaten Everton too much, and Ancelotti's going to be able to deal with that relatively easily, I think. And then for Liverpool against Chelsea, I think this game is going to be a nice, ready, salted 0-0 game. I just think that Liverpool are going to go into it very cautiously, as you would coming off of not the best form. And Chelsea going away to Liverpool, you always have to be cautious at Anfield. I think it's just going to result in just 90 minutes of one team trying to attack, the other team trying to defend, and then that one team tries to counter-attack, but they're just too isolated up top because they're defending so much. And it's just going to be that. It's going to be a recurring cycle of that. It's just going to be 0-0 to me. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and also turn on post notifications because we're going to have content throughout the week and also into the weekend with more score predictions. And don't forget, we're also going to have the table of scores in the description of this video. So thank you guys for watching and goodbye.